Dom. Thanks for all those kind things you're saying about me. I appreciate it. Yeah, so like Dom said, I've been with ACN for just over a year now. I just had my anniversary. And, as my day job, like I say, I'm in the process of retiring from the government of Alberta. I'm only about 2,880 customer points shy of that, but I'm on my way. I've started the journey. And so in my day job, I work for the government. I work at a building where they train the corrections officers, sheriffs, and peace officers for the province. So pretty neat place to work, lots of really good people. But at the end of the day, it's a 9 to 5 job that, there isn't a lot of future to. Like you can put in your 30, 35 years, retire with a decent pension. But beyond that, it's pretty limited. And, there's fairly limited opportunity for advancement. But the biggest drawback to any job is that it's, just that you only get paid if you go to work. So I was looking for something where I could start building that residual income and, do something where I do the work once and every month I get paid for it. Like, even if it's a small amount, over time, if you just stay consistent and build something, it will turn into something big. So that's how I got started with ACN. My story is actually a little bit different than a lot of people. I didn't have anybody approach me about ACN. I was actually looking for an opportunity, and so I had, I was pretty serious about wanting to do something. I knew I needed to get something going, and so I had actually written out a Word document, like about a 1-page document of what I was looking for in a business, and so I had some pretty specific criteria. And, it was things like I wanted to be doing something where, if it was sales oriented, I didn't want to be trying to convince people that they had a problem they didn't really have, so that my solution was the only one that would work for them. I wanted to save people money. I didn't want to be going and asking people, like, spend an extra $100 a month for my lotion and potion, and I guarantee your life will be better. It was all those kinds of things that I had seen happen that I didn't want. And but I didn't know what the answer to my problem was. And one day I just happened to be talking to my brother-in-law and said, like, I'm looking for an opportunity. I have a sense I need to get something going and start something. I said, well, I've got this friend Jordana that I grew up with, and she's always posting this stuff on Facebook about electricity and internet and all these kinds of things. And and this was kind of as COVID was wrapping up, and she said, he told me, like, through COVID, like, they were talking about how great that was and just the value of being in these essential services, because even when the whole world shut down, people kept paying their heating bills and their electricity bills. It doesn't matter how bad the economy is doing, people are paying for those essential services. So he set up a meeting and introduced me to Dom and Jordana. They did a one-on-one presentation, and right away I got rolling. And so what I really liked was a lot of the stuff I talked about that was on my list of criteria that I had. And a big thing was just the availability of Dom and Jordana, because they said, like, this is our full-time thing. This is all we do. So we're here basically 24/7. You can call, you can text, you can get us on Zoom. You have any questions, they've got a great team chat set up where there's lots of people who, you can send questions pretty well anytime. Somebody gets back to you right away. So you're not alone, like, you're doing this on a team, like, you're part of the team. And yeah, so there's just a ton of resources there. And, when they said that to me a year ago, I was, like everyone, a little bit skeptical. Okay, like, let's see how this really plays out. But to their credit, I mean, they're doing training, like live training, generally once or twice a week, very consistently. You can put it in your calendar, get on there. They're doing these presentations. Got to know Tim and Sharon a little bit as well, and they're quite often on here helping out, doing these presentations. You get different people, different perspectives on things, a little bit different way of saying things. So that's within our sort of family and our group here. But at the same time, we have like some French cousins and some BC cousins and some other people like that, Ontario cousins. They're liberals. We put up with them, but so there's people right across Canada. And I mean, there's some presentations where you get some of the people in Ontario and Quebec, and they're presenting things a little bit different way. They're looking at the business a little bit differently. I mean, in Quebec and like BC and stuff, they don't have Zoom electricity. They're not in a consumer choice market for their energy. So we have a big advantage there. And for those that haven't seen, I mean, Dom's been working over the executives at ACN and getting Alberta only extra bonus points for Zoom customers. And those cab bonuses he talked about, those have been huge. When I started with ACN, I had a couple opportunities in front of me, and I just talked to some people I know. I talked to my brother, I talked to my parents, talked to a couple friends, had some customers join, and within a little bit of time, I had promoted to ETL. And it wasn't really the first promotion that got me excited. It was like that first bonus check that came in, and it wasn't huge. It was $400, but when I have 2 kids and a wife, and my wife basically is a stay-at-home mom, so we're a one-income family. Like $400 is significant. That can cover a lot of things. That can cover, unexpected expenses like vehicle problems and things like that. So, if those cabs are huge at the beginning when you're just getting going, because it takes a while for that residual to build. But if you just stay consistent, do your posts on Facebook, you get a lot of help with that. Dom is great at putting together like the little reels and videos and stuff like that. He provides that ongoing support of, if you win a gift card, he'll put together a little video. When you get the free internet, that was one I posted. I got a lot of people, commenting on that or sending me messages when I put that on Facebook, like, hey, like we got to talk about internet. And, a lot of people are looking at it and seeing, well, I'm paying $100 a month with Shaw. Can you beat that? And it's like, oh, we sure can. And so it's just doing those little things, being consistent, and then picking up the phone when it rings. So I think that's pretty much it for me. I mean, it's been a great year. I'm looking forward to what the next year will bring, but I'm really even looking forward to what July will bring, because they're going to get into that. And thanks, Dom, for working them over to get those bonuses for us.